Well, good morning. Dr. Glenn here with another Monday Morning Motivation. I wanted to have a little bit of fun this morning around the idea of negative self-talk. Now, before we get into that too much, I want to talk about the opportunity that we all have to really focus and create our lives any way we want it to be if we take the time to do that. First, we have to figure out what we want, and then two, put systems into place that actually help us create that life that we're desiring. Now, one of the biggest stumbling blocks to actually fulfilling ourselves in that way is this negative self-talk. And most of us are aware of it when we're doing the big slip-ups. Things like, I'm not good enough, and we get into those cycles, or I don't deserve this, or I don't deserve that. Those are easier ones to catch. But what about the little limiting blocks that we put into ourselves that we might not even be aware of? Sometimes we call them scotomas. Things like, I'm just not a morning person, or I'm not a runner, or I don't like vegetables. I hear that from my kids all the time. Or possibly I'm an introvert, if that's maybe a negative thing in your mind. So how do we work on those? My favorite is through the I am statements. We talked about this months and months ago, but I want you to be working on this now in terms of negative self-talk and directing that life in terms of how you want it. So here's your goal for this week. Write out 3 I am statements. They're not things that you necessarily are right now, but they're 3 things that you want to be focusing on and working on for the month. So you're writing out 3 for each month, and you change them up at the start of each month. So for an example of what these I am statements are, the one that I carry through for many, many years is I am successful, happy, and healthy. And I'm successful, healthy, and happy. I repeat that to myself throughout the day. One of the new ones that I've got in for this month is I'm a happy, caring father. And really trying to work on that through the next month. And lots of other ones as well. But you can create your own. And remember, it's not things that you are right now, but things that you just want to focus on. Now, the important thing is in writing them out, have fun with it. You can create any life you are. You really can. So create those fun I am statements and then work on it. That's where the problem comes in. Every morning, every afternoon, make sure you're reading those I am statements. Have fun with it. I'm always open to hearing your comments. Dr. Glenn at rfwellness.ca. Drop me an email. I always appreciate conversing back and forth with you on these Monday morning motivation topics. Have a great and healthy week, and I'll see you next Monday morning.